How was y'all week in Babylon? In this hellhole, man. How was y'all week in this hellhole? Same old, regular. Yeah. Another day at the office, right? What'd you say, big bro? Yeah, exactly. Looking forward to the Sabbath where we can rest. All right, so today's lesson is going to be a little different. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go on into the spirit of studying, man. I want to show y'all different ways of studying, different ways we can utilize these ways to study. You know what I'm saying? Utilize different ways to study, utilize different ways to provide edification to our people. You know what I'm saying? The scripture tells us, right? The Most High tells us, study to show ourselves approved, right? So today's lesson will be titled Study, Precepts, and Mastering Your Craft. So I'm going to give you some techniques that I learned over the years on how to master your craft. Shalom, shalom. The Mamba, Brown Mamba, shalom, King, shalom. How you doing? So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all some different ways and how I take precepts down, different ways of my brother Lob, how you take precepts down. And we're going to just go through these precepts. We're going to go through breakdowns and how to turn it into mastery. That's the goal. We want to master it like Yahweh Shai, right? We want to be the word. When we walk around, they see like that boy's the word. You know what I'm saying? He's synonymous with the word. He like Yahweh Shai. He know everything. You know what I'm saying? So these are techniques that we have to use to get to that point. Lord willing. All right, so let's go ahead and get, the classic, man. 2 Timothy 2:15. Studying to show ourselves approved, right? We want to master our craft. Trying to master our craft and to be the best at it. Shalom to the family online. Salute to all of y'all. We appreciate y'all. All right. So this class is going to be about studying to get better. Progression. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to stay stagnated in this thing. Right? Go ahead and read it when you got it, Locke.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God.
Unto who?
Unto God.
To the Most High God. So we do this to please the Most High God. Shalom to the Akim, watchman for Israel. Jersey and Philly. What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Shalom. Go ahead.
A workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
Absolutely.
Rightly dividing the word of truth.
Rightly dividing the word of truth. So we're going to study and figure out different ways to rightly divide the word of truth, because that's the goal, right? Drop that. Let's get Proverbs 23 and 23. All praise to the Most High. 23 and 23. Moose. What's good? All praise to the Most High. Shalom to you. All right. Let's go ahead and bring it out in the spirit.
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
Buy the truth and sell it not.
See, the Most High God said, buy into the truth. What does that mean? Is this talking about literally buying into this thing? Buying precept books? No, that's not what that's saying. It says buy into this thing. Look at it like a stock, right? Y'all familiar with stocks and how stocks work? Y'all familiar how it works, right? So you buy into a stock hoping that it yields dividends at the end of the year or at the end of the quarter, and you get a reward each quarter at the end of the year. So in essence, we buy into this truth. How do we buy into this truth? We go get highlighters. We go get markers. We go get notebooks. We go get vision boards. We go get new Bibles. We go get the Apocrypha. We go get the King James 1611 edition. Just in case you got somebody that's apprehensive about two books. We covered on all parts, right? I got something that I'm planning, y'all. Don't steal my idea. Don't steal my idea. I'm building a precept book right now in the archives with maps. I'm building it with my precepts that I want for each page of the Bible. And I want to contact the manufacturer. I call this Operation Breaker Stardom. This is the name of my album when I was in the world. It's called Breaker Stardom. You know what I'm saying? So how I identify is like it's my break to stardom. You know what I'm saying? To the next world, going into that next level, essentially. So I call this Operation Breaker Stardom. My goal is to create a precept book that I can implement in my Bible. So I'm going to contact the manufacturer, like this is Nelson Company, right? I'm going to contact them, get all the records and be like, listen, I need y'all to make the Bible, right? And also include my notes on each page. Man, I'll pay you a premium. We pay $500 for Gucci belts, right? We pay $700 for Louis, right? I'll pay 700 for a personal Bible. Yep. With my precepts and my maps, in my archives and my history. It's my book. You know what I'm saying? The way I want it to be. That's my operation. Don't steal my idea, y'all. But that's what I'm going. That's what I'm doing. That's like next level. That's what I'm trying to do. But nevertheless, that's what we want to get to do. We want to get to that level of mastery, right? Read it again from the top. Proverbs 23 and 23.
Buy the truth and sell it not.
So I'm gonna buy into this truth and invest everything I have into this truth, and I'm not gonna give it away because this is a stock that's gonna keep returning. It's gonna keep yielding a return. So we don't have to sell it. We're gonna keep yielding a return, and we'll cash out when we're in the kingdom. When Yahweh Shai say, "Job well done, my faithful servant." You can come in. Right? Read.
Also wisdom and instruction and understanding.
Because that's what this truth is supposed to provide. Wisdom, instruction, understanding. You know what I'm saying? Mastering your craft, right? Yahweh Shai was somebody that mastered his craft. Let's get like Yahweh Shai real quick. Luke chapter 2, verse 41. Shalom, shalom, sisters.
Luke chapter 2, verse 41.
Huh?
Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover.
So you see, Yahweh Shai had righteous parents, man. They went to the feast, what, every year or some years?
Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year.
Every single year they would go. Read.
At the feast of the Passover.
At the feast of the Passover. So they kept the Passover. So you see Yahweh Shai parents, very righteous. Keeping the Passover, keeping the customs, right? Read.
And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled these days, and they returned, the child Yahweh Shai tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinsfolk and acquaintances.
So for those that don't know, going into studying, right? Where's my Bible atlas? Let me give y'all my Bible atlas. See stuff like this, I'll read, and taking it to the next level, I won't just read it at face value. I need to know where's Jerusalem? Where's Jerusalem? Where's the feast kept? Anybody know that? Where's our feast and our festivals kept? In Jerusalem, right? The homeland. Where's Jerusalem? What part of Israel is it? We know it's in Israel, but what part? Is it North or South Israel? Huh? South Israel. You sure or are you guessing? South Israel, absolutely, right? So what I would do is, I understand Yahweh Shai, what land did he grow up in? He from Bethlehem, but what land did he grow up in? Galilee. Where's Galilee? City of Nazareth. Well, Galilee is the country. Yahweh Shai grew up in Nazareth, a city in the country of Galilee, right? Where's Galilee? See, these are the type of things that I want the brothers to start going into. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can get an image in your mind to where, how far was they traveling? Okay, it was a day journey. They went from Jerusalem and they went back to Galilee, or Nazareth is where they from. Okay, how far is that? I want y'all to go into that. Just in case y'all dealing with somebody that want to know everything from the itty bitty detail. Well, we're gonna go into the itty bitty detail. We can get jiggy on that level if y'all want to, right? So Galilee would be like northern Israel. The borderline of northern Israel and south Israel. Be northern Israel. So it took they traveled from right here. Let me see. So Jerusalem's right here. This area right here. Y'all can see this? Salakia, y'all.
Y'all might have a map on the back of your Bible.
Y'all probably got maps in the back of y'all Bible too. Nevertheless, family, look. So Jerusalem is right here. Here's a map of Israel. Jerusalem is right here in this region right here at the bottom. Right? Now, Nazareth will be over here in this region. Now, that was the travel that they took, right? So I go into that aspect when I read. That's the mastering your craft, so you know everything. You know every single detail. So they left Jerusalem, which is the Mecca, the real Mecca, right? In which we keep our feasts, we hold all our high holy festival days, right? And went back to their homeland. And they commuted back to their homeland, and they noticed within a day of journey, damn, where's our son, our 12-year-old son? Where is he at, right? Read. Go back to it.
Verse 44. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they saw him among their kinsfolk and acquaintance. And when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem.
So that would be like, we go keep a Feast of Tabernacles somewhere, right? We go hella far out. Let's say we go like 2 days journey far out, right? You know what I'm saying? Like all the way to Sacramento, some type of time, right? And then we on our way back, and we realized we were like, "Where's Farah?" Farah's the oldest, so I'm gonna use Farah. Where's Farah? Like, where the hell's Farah at? Calvin, you got Farah? Dad, you got Farah? Oh, please tell me. Oh my God, are you serious? So Rata and Rayal gonna be freaking out like, y'all niggas didn't get my daughter? That's how they was feeling. Y'all mean to tell me y'all let this 12-year-old boy stay back in the temple? So they double back. They're like, hold on, you know how it go. Hey, y'all, you know, she'll be like, hey, my sisters, y'all keep the rest of the kids. We're gonna go back. You know, her and Rata gonna go back, zoom back, right? So they go back from Nazareth to where, you know, where they was trying to go back home to back to Jerusalem. Watch this. You want to paint these pictures in your mind when you're reading. You don't just want to read this. This is mastering your craft. Where is this at? You want to ask the basic question: who, what, when, where, why? What's going on? Who's talking? What time period is this? What's going on at this time? Are we in captivity? Are we not in captivity? What area, what region is this occurring? You want to go into those details, right? This is mastering your craft. Read.
Verse 46. And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple.
After 3 days they're looking for him. Imagine losing your kids for 3 days. But he was 12 years old, though. He ain't no real kid. You know what I'm saying? He's a different type of kid. They found him in the temples. What were Yahushua doing in these temples?
Sitting in the midst of the doctors.
In the doctors, man. He was sitting in the midst of the top men of Israel. At this time, right, in the ancient world, you have to be somebody to live in Jerusalem. You couldn't be a regular type of dude. So it'll be equivalent to like your priest of box. You know what I'm saying? Your guerrilla Hebrews, your Naquams, your Ratazans, the top dudes. You know what I'm saying? That everybody know. You couldn't be no regular dude dwelling in Jerusalem. These is the old man's priest Kahan. You know what I'm saying? This is the dudes that was in the temple that Yahushua was dealing with, getting sharp. Watch this.
Sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions.
He was hearing them and asking them questions, trying to get right and trying to get more better at it, right? Read.
And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding.
They was like, damn, hell no. How can somebody 12 years old know this much? They was astonished at this understanding. They said, we can't believe this brilliance of this brother, right? Read.
Verse 48. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorry. And he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my father's business?
So look, this is another aspect of how you want to break down this whole story right here, right? So this is the mind I go into, right? Yahushua was 12. When he started his ministry, approximately 30. That's 18 years, right? So for 18 years, he was getting sharp. You got brothers that want to jump out and teach after 2 months of watching videos. Yahushua was getting sharp for 18 years before he ever spoke a word. Before he ever went out and teach. His first actual hearing that he did in the Gospels, his first introduction to the public, I would say, introduction to the world, was 18 years of sharpening with the doctors. You see what I'm saying? He mastered his craft. He was phenomenal at it. You know what I'm saying? He in there he's shooting in the gym with the top of the lines. Steph Curry, the Mamba, MJ, the best of the best. I'm getting sharp with them. You think he's not going to be nice at the age of 30? You see why he confounded the Pharisees and the Sadducees, who, by the way, was very, very knowledgeable, who knew the scriptures very well. But nevertheless, Yahushua was sharpening them because he was prepared. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention he's the son of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So he already knew all this stuff. But nevertheless, he worked for it. You know what I'm saying? He put in the work. It wasn't like a simple task. Nothing was given to him. The Most High said, you want the world, you got to go out there and die for it. You want that, I give you that. I give you immunity and freedom and sovereignty, but you got to go do something for me. You got to go afflict yourself. You got to go humble yourself and lower yourself to the lowest standard and die for that nation. And y'all know Yahushua had a real nigga moment, right? When he was in the garden of Gethsemane, it's like, Father, hey, pass this cup from me, man, if it could be done. You know what I'm saying? Not my will, but you know what I'm saying, thy will. Of course, the Most High didn't listen to that madness. He was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you're gonna go through this. You're gonna finish this. You're not gonna get this far and not finish. But nevertheless, he had a real moment. The point I'm making is I analyze and scrutinize everything when I'm reading. That's what I want y'all to start doing when y'all studying. Don't just read it, the passage. Go in detail. What's going on? What location? What area? Are we in captivity? Are we not in captivity? What's happening? Who, what, when, where, I, right? We always heard those things. Apply that to your studying, right? Is that it on that?
God.
And he basically at the end said, I'm about to be about my father's business. Like, I ain't come here to be your son. I ain't come here to play kickball. I didn't come here to play T-ball. I didn't come here to play no damn flag football. I didn't come here to play Pop Warner. I came here to die for y'all. I need to get sharp. I don't have time to spare or waste. You gotta think about it. Yahweh Shai was in the heavenly realm with the Father. He like, man, I came here for a particular purpose. And I got a short window to do this. 33 years approximately to be exact, right? To carry out his mission. And his ministry for 3.5 years, approximately. About 3 years, some change. Right? All right, so drop that. So that's an understanding of how I want you guys to get in that mindset, especially men, women too. Y'all can do this too, but especially y'all. I want y'all to get in that mindset. So when you guys are reading the scriptures, you're mastering your craft. You're not just running through it. You can read the whole book of Colossians, but did you get the understanding? Where's Colossians, brothers? Exactly. I never. Where?
No, you talking about that.
What area? Where's the area? Yeah. The city of Colossae. See, it's in the Mediterranean. It's in the Greek area, which we know as Europe today. See, these are the type of things I want you guys to start doing to master your craft, right? Study, get the precepts, then master your craft. All right, so let's go. Let's get an example of mastering our craft. Let's get John 3:16. Let's go over that. It's a simple one. We're gonna break this down, precept upon precept, but we're gonna break it down to the minute detail. Go ahead and read it when you got it.
John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
So that's when the church say, Amen, glory. The organist, yeah, Granny in the front row, get the quick walking. She's going off, right? That's what they doing all that, right? Going off, right? Now we gotta ask the who, what, when, where, why. Who was y'all talking to, fellas? No, not Nazareth. That's the city. Nicodemus. He was having a conversation with a Jew. Read up. See, bootleg Christians, they love talking about how we cherry pick scriptures and we take scriptures out of context. Well, this is one of the most cherry picked scripture and the scripture that everybody that's in Christianity butcher and take out of context. Let's read in context and let's see who he's talking about. Since they like to criticize us from going precept here and there, right? That's what we just doing with the Most High commanders. But nevertheless, we understand context too, right? Matter of fact, before you get that, give me a definition of context. Give me a definition of context. See, they just ignore the fact of context. They just they criticize us. Oh, y'all Hebrews misappropriating scriptures. Y'all jumping here and there when the Most High tell us to do that. You know, here a little, there a little. But nevertheless, right? They say we misappropriate the scriptures. And then this is the most misappropriated scripture and the most quoted scripture, probably the most known scripture in the world. John 3:16. Even to the point where you open your little internet Bible apps, the first precept is going to be on is what? John 3:16. Already trying to get you indoctrinated with the Catholicism. You know what I'm saying? Which is, God is for everybody. He loves everybody. We're all the same and all that madness, which is a hidden tone and a hidden agenda to protect white supremacy. That's all it is, right? But nevertheless, go ahead, read that. You got that young kid?
Circumstance that formed the setting for events.
That's what I want. The setting. What is the setting? Context is the setting. It's the circumstance talking about the setting. We need to know the setting because I can say something and it could be taken out of context had you not know the setting. You see what I'm saying? If I don't have the right setting, I can say something and it can be taken out of context. You see what I'm saying? You got to go into the tone of how I said it. You got to go into. I give an example. I can be in a setting and I can be like, hey sis, I'm a meet me in the room and help me out with something, right? Now look, depending on the context, that can sound like I'm trying to escort her in the room or something like that, right? Or I could really literally be like, hey, no, I need you to help me out with something over here and such and such. Got to understand the context, the tone, the nature of what's going on, right? This is when you master your craft, right? Somebody that I see that does this in Israel and Shalom in the spirit, they still on here, Watchmen for Israel. You know what I'm saying? The brother Naquam from Watchmen for Israel, phenomenal at this. I love the way he does this. He's mastering his craft. You know what I'm saying? He don't just read the precept. He give you the context of what's going on. He give you the history. He give you the prophecy. He go into the other precepts. He's marrying prophecy with history. He's marrying the current events with the history. He's giving you names. He's giving you the breakdowns of the names. I mean, that's mastering your craft, man. That's the level you want to get to. And that's why I'm forming, like I said, I'm trying to create a Bible. That's my ultimate goal. I don't care if it costs me $1,000. Well, I have my own maps. I have my own precepts. I don't want the little suggestion precepts they give me. I want my own precepts. I want pages, you know what I'm saying, the information that I want put into my Bible. And I'll pay $1,000 for it. I'll pay a premium. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate goal, but I'm not there yet. I'm building to that. That's the ultimate goal for me, to create my own Bible. Even if it costs me like $1,200. So what? It's gonna be one of them ones. I'm gonna call it the Terminator, taking everything out. You know what I'm saying? I got everything. I got all the doctrine, virgin birth. I got 7-day Sabbath, lunar Sabbath. I got every damn doctrine is gonna be in that Bible, and understanding and precepts attached to it. Right? That's my ultimate goal. So hopefully that can motivate some brothers, right? Okay. Read verse 1. Salaki.
John chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God.
So y'all see the conversation. Two Jews having a conversation, talking about Jew business, right? It would be no different from me saying the women in my world are a little crazy. Am I talking about the whole inhabitants, or am I talking about the women that's applicable to my world? Applicable to my world, right? That's what's going on right here. They're talking about the world that's applicable and relevant to them, right? Now, there's a lesson that my brother Rata did a while back. Y'all should go check it out. He did a phenomenal, it's on our channel. He did a phenomenal breakdown on John 3:16. Y'all see, we don't get rattled by the word world. We understand it comes with a plethora of definitions. And when we go into the Greek, we know that word means cosmos, right? So we go into that understanding. Cosmos can mean the whole inhabitants, talking about the earth. It also can be talking about the classification of people. That's what we want. We see two people, right, with commonalities in same interests. Two Jews having a conversation about Jew business. So we apply that and we know that. We don't get rattled by the word world like a lot of people, right? We see that. We see the word world. We know sometimes it can be talking about the whole inhabitants, or it can be talking about a particular class of people with commonalities. Now, Nicodemus and Yahushua should have a lot of commonalities, right? Why? Why, Nikki? Exactly. See, they forget, they disregard. Don't read verse 1. No, let's just read John 3:16. No, let's read verse 1. Since we the ones that's always taking things out of context. And let's read down to John 3:16. They don't want to do that, right? All right, so let's run off these precepts. Give me Hebrews 1 and 1. We know that the word world has several different definitions, but we also see in the scripture it's used in different capacities. So we don't get rattled by these things. Hebrews 1 and 1.
Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. God, who at sundry times and in divers manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the world.
He made the what?
He made the world.
So that's plural. So it's multiple worlds. So we see clearly, like when we go to dictionary.com, we go to anything, google.com, we see the word world can be used in many different capacities, right? And now we see in the scriptures clearly that the word world can be mean in different capacities. So now we got to get understanding, right? Because the Most High God is not the author of confusion, is he that? Right? So this might be confusing. Let's get 1 John 2 and 15. Somebody might stumble on this.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15.
Let's read.
Love not the world.
Love not the world. Hold on. He just said he loved the world.
Love not the world.
So now is love not the world? What world is it talking about? We know that world can be attributed to the whole inhabitants of the earth, or can be taught about a specific interest of people with commonalities, and they got the same understandings and beliefs. So we understand this world is talking about something totally different, because we just read in the Bible that there's different worlds, right? Love not the world, read.
Neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Right? Who want to guess what world this is talking about? Okay, I like that. That's cool. Give me some more. What'd you say, D?
What it's talking about in this scripture?
Speak loud so they can hear you. Yeah.
I say the world that Esau promotes.
Absolutely. The world of Esau. We're going to get that precept, right? But let's get some more. John 17:9. Beautiful, D. Beautiful. That brother study right there, man. Right? The world, and you wasn't wrong with that, because it's the same thing. The world that Esau promoted is Babylon, confusion. Right? Because, here you can do whatever the hell you want. You can be confusing as hell, man. Like, your Most High clearly made you a man. Your genitals tell you a man, but all of a sudden, at 53, I'm a female. I've been a female all my life. I've been trapped in a man's body. Babylon, confusing like a mother. You're confused, brother. You're sadly mistaken and confused. Right? Read.
John chapter 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
So we see Yahweh Shai. That's the word of Yahweh Shai. That's red letter, right? Oh. So now we see Yahweh Shai saying God so loved the world, but now I don't pray for the world. Is it a contradiction? No, we know there's different meanings of the word world, and we know there's different worlds, right? Give me James 4:4.
James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
Hold on. God just said the friendship with the world is enmity. That means you're an enemy to God. James 4:4 says. That means you're an enemy. You against God. Watch this.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
Is a what?
Is the enemy of
I bet
God.
you Christians don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that. And apply it to John 3:16. They don't want to deal with that. I just said, if you're friends with the world, you enemy. You're an enemy to me. And he just said in 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, because he that love the world, love not the Father. So which one is it? Let's break it down. Let's get 2 Ezra 6 and 9. We're going to get that world, as D brought out, that is talking about in John 17 and 9. And we're going to get that world that's talking about in John 3:16.
2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau...
446, 423. All right, we got it.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of what?
Is the end of the world.
Esau is his own world, as you can see clearly in the scripture, right? So we don't get rattled and stumble by that. We know Esau is the world, and who else is the world? That Jacob is the world, right? It's going to say it right after that, right? Esau is his own world. Going into the aspects of rulership, sis. If you're a little confused. No, okay. Might have never heard it in that capacity, but it's his own world, right? Esau is his own world. And what comes with Esau world? Homosexuality, confusion. You can be gay. You can be a dyke. You could be a gangster. You could be a sick. You could be a pedophile. LGBTQSD, STD, all that. It don't matter. HIV. That's all that, right? That's what goes on in Esau world, right? But watch this. Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the other world that follow that world of Esau, right? So we see that. So we see there's two different worlds. Jacob world, Esau world. Esau world is the world of the wicked and evil. Jacob is the world of righteous, right? Drop that. Let's get 2 Peter 2 and 5. Get some more precept. So this is how I precept. I precept, I tell a story. If they got ears to hear, I tell a story. Read.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
The world of what?
The world of the ungodly.
So Esau can be attributed to the world of the what?
Ungodly.
Ungodly. Absolutely. Right? Esau can be attributed to the world of the ungodly. So we see this word world used in many different capacities. So now we know James 4:4 is talking about the world of ungodly, which is Esau world. Now let's get the world of Jacob. James, we got 2nd Ezra 6:9. It's talking about both Esau and Jacob world, right? Let's get Jacob's world. Let's get another precept for Jacob's world. Isaiah 45:17. So y'all got to break this thing down, man, and master your craft. Write these precepts down. Write the ones that's applicable to you. Write the ones that feel best to you, and then you tell a story. You tell a story, man. What's up, D?
Just another precept for that Solomon 18:24.
Okay, we'll bring it out after. Let's bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
So what is Israel, Nikki? World with what? World without end. An everlasting world. So we see easily Jacob is the world without end, and Esau is the world of the what? Ungodly. World of the wicked. World of the disgusting. Whatever you want to. World of the evil. Jacob is the world without end, the righteous world. Esau is the world of the ungodly. Very simple. So now we had all the precepts. We got all our records. We went into dictionary.com. We went into the word world. We went into the word and what it means, cosmos. We went into this all this understanding. And now we're going to tell a story with it, right? Did you want to get your precept up?
Wisdom of Solomon 18:24.
Go ahead, read it. Bring it out. Read it loud so they can hear you. Read it loud so my family online can hear you. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 24. That's where we're going, family that's watching online. Wisdom of Solomon 18:24.
From Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18:24. For in the long garment was the whole world, and in the 4 rows of the stones was the glory of the Father's graven, and the majesty upon the diadem of his head.
Right.
It's talking about the breastplate in which the Levitical priest was. They have the stones on it.
Right.
Represents the whole world that's talking.
Yeah, absolutely. It's talking about specific. So the word world could be relevant and specific to a group of people with commonalities and interests. So let's wager the balance, right? We all got a commonality and interest, right? We all what? Why we here? Kingdom, right? And and what's our nationality? So we all Israelites. We all here trying to get the kingdom, right? We all here trying to understand and learn the law, right? So we a world. Esau has a world too. Their world is about propaganda, spreading lies, indoctrinating, being faggots, being punks, you know what I'm saying? Being pedophiles, killing, murdering, colonialism, spiritual colonialism, new neo-colonialism, all type of stuff, right? So they got things in their world that's applicable and attributes to them, and we got things that applicable to us, right? So now let's go back to John 3:16. We got this understanding. 2 Jews having a conversation, they having a talk, and we see clearly what's going on.
John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son.
He loved what world, Nikki? The world without end. He loved Israel, Jacob, that righteous world, that world without end. We got next, right? Y'all see that on teachers? Hell yeah, we got next. You better believe it. Lord willing, we got that number, right? Read.
That whosoever believeth in him should not perish.
Whosoever believeth in him among the Israelites. We ain't got to go there. Acts 2:21. That's a precept for whosoever. We're going to break this down line by line, like the scriptures tell us. Like the Most High commanders, actually, commanders to break the Bible down like this. So they get mad when we do this. Oh, y'all cherry picking. No, the Most High God tell us to break the Bible down like this. Y'all just ignored the goddamn whole Old Testament. So y'all ain't read that. We're not confused by that. The power went out? Don't worry. We're going to keep it going. Oh, okay. All right. Keep reading. So whosoever, read.
that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Whosoever among the Israelites believe in him shall not perish, but have what?
But have everlasting life.
Why? Because Israel is what?
World
without end. See how we broke that down? See, y'all want to get to the point where y'all can break it down to Rata kids. Simplify it to that point. I'm talking to Parah. I'm having a conversation with Parah. If y'all not at that level, y'all not mastering your crafts yet, fellas. If y'all can't break it down to that simplest form, y'all not mastering your craft. Y'all need to go back and do some studying. Right? Notice a commonality with all the top men in Israel, right? Ratazan, Guerrilla Hebrew, the Deacon, Naquan, Priest Kahan, my brother Priest Sabat. They simplify complex topics. They break it down to where they can explain it to a baby. That's when you master your craft. But how do you do that? You go into the things I'm showing y'all right now. You don't just read the precepts. You go into the area of what's going on. You go into the history. What time period? How is it relevant to the times right now? Is this prophecy or is this history? And if it was prophecy, when was it prophesied? You know, y'all see it a lot of times, right? In the New Testament where it says, thou says, or it was written, right? It was written. What was it written? Go find out where it was written at. I know y'all just skip over it. I got to find out where it was written. Oh, in Isaiah. Oh, in the Psalms. This is why niggas is confused when Yahweh Shai has been written. He's been talking about him. He used the word, literally. But when you don't go and study, right, you get confused. Yahweh Shai been there from the beginning. The whole wisdom concept is a parable or allegorical understanding of Yahweh Shai, who's the personification of that wisdom, who's been here from day one. Day one. Who was the father of first creation? Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? He was the father's first creation. All right. So let's drop that. So we good on John 3:16? That's how I study John 3:16, right? That's how I go into breaking down John 3:16. Let's get some more. Slothfulness. I'm just doing random topics. So what I do is, where's my brother Mas? Mas, give me your Bible real quick. Baba Kashah. Give me your Bible real quick, Baba Kashah. Water King. So look, I like how Mas do his thing, right? So he got cards for that. That's online. Y'all see this? He got cards. He got a subject, holy days. He got all the scriptures that he need on holy days, right? And this is dope. I love this concept. This is not really, y'all know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a Bible from scratch. I'm gonna build a Bible. I'm already gonna contact one of these companies. One of these manufacturing companies gonna mess with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Green. If I can bring that green to the table, they'll do it. It's no different from making custom-made Jordans, right? Nigga, when we was in the world, we custom-made Jordans, right? Why can't I custom-made my Bible with all my precepts I want, with all my maps I want, with all my history I want, with all the different things I take from books and historical records to add into my Bible, so it can be that Terminator. I can knock something down. You know what I'm saying? If I need to, right? But nevertheless, I like how my brother Mosh did it. This is dope. He got cards, and he can take these cards out and replace them, right? So this is a study method you guys can use. People online, y'all can use this. So a topic would be like give me a random topic. Dress code, right? Men dress code or women dress code. Well, what my brother Mosh would do is he'll have dress code and he'll have everything relating to dress code, all the way down to the Levitical garments, the colors that they wore. That's mastering your craft. And once you memorize this whole card, you Gucci. You that nigga. You like, okay, I can go to the next. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a different type of level now. I'm on that level where I can be among the Ratazans and the Naquams and, you know what I'm saying, the Precepts. I can be among them dudes that's been doing this for 10 years. I master my craft, man. I'm up there with y'all now. This is how you master your craft, right? I hope y'all motivated. Y'all all from Sons of Thunder. I love the way that brother teach. This is master, right? This is how you master your craft, right? Right. So that's an example of how you master your craft. There's another style, a method. Let me see. Here's my brother. Y'all familiar with Cornell notes? Y'all heard of that? Y'all know how that works? Cornell notes? Okay. That's another study method. So Cornell notes, Salakia, I'm gonna use this. Right. Cornell notes is when you write a subject right here, right? You write a subject right here. Let's say John 3:16, right? Well, at the top, John 3:16, then I'll put on my precept, and then I'll cover it right here, and then I'll just study. I see John 3:16, and then I gotta memorize all this stuff. I cover it up. So now everything that's applicable to John 3:16, I cover it up. And if I stumble, I go back, I just unfold the page and be like, oh, okay, I missed this precept, I missed this understanding, I missed this word, until you memorize it. Mastery, right? How many years does it take to master your craft? Never stop. There's a book called, it's called Outliers. It's a book called Outliers. Y'all might want to check that out in your free time. It's a book called Outliers. Shit, I got that. Let me look it up. Share my screen. Salakia, y'all. It's a book called Outliers. We got my bro Ant in the building. Kana, Shalom, King. Shalom. Let me share my screen real quick. I'm gonna go into Outliers. Y'all can look on your phone if y'all want to. It's the book Outliers. Yeah, by Malcolm Gladwell, right? Outliers. And basically, this book right here goes into aspects of, you know how Kobe Bryant pretty much mastered his craft? He got this concept from this book, or people like this book, in which they got similarities to this type of book, but this book is one of the bestsellers. It gets 4.7, and this book hella old, and it still got 4.7. Basically, it goes into aspects of somebody like a devil as what's the nigga name? Bill Gates, right? He's a devil, but what he did in terms of mastering his craft was phenomenal. Bill Gates, when he was 7, when he was 6, he wasn't going out to T-ball practice. He wasn't going out playing red light, green light. He wasn't playing tag. Bill Gates had rich parents, so he had computers, during the time back in the 70s and the 60s where it was down there impossible to get a computer, but he had money to get one. Where was he at? In the lab from age 6 to 18 when he became a 100 millionaire, right? So everybody think, oh, he's one of the youngest millionaires. No, he started off at 6 mastering his craft like Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was in the temples at 12. He probably was doing it before, but we know at 12. That's what we got documented in the scriptures. Now, Bill Gates is somebody, even though he's a goddamn devil, I'm just going to use something that he did, which is wise, which we should start teaching our kids, right? He sacrificed being a kid, essentially, and did what he loved, which was break down computers, break down gadgets from the age 6. So when you see him at 20, oh, he's the youngest millionaire. Well, look, how many years is that? How many year duration is that? 14 years of mastering this craft. Imagine how many hours. They say to be, in this book, I think to be a certified mastery, you need 20,000 hours of your craft. 20,000 hours of your craft. So let's just divide 20,000 hours by a day. Divided by 24. That'll take you almost 1,000 years. 1,000 days. 1,000 days of going hard. 24/7. 1,000 days of going hard. So once you reach that 1,000 day, right? That's a spiritual number in the scriptures. We see 1,000 a lot in the scriptures, right? Once you reach, go ahead, sis. So you don't think, speak up so they can hear you. Oh, so you don't think it's talent? It's talent. It's both. Absolutely. So you could, like, for example, Kobe Bryant and running 20,000 hours, like with correct? And it talks about that. Absolutely. It talks about that. It highlights that in the book. I'm glad you brought that out because I was going to go. You wanted to
I was going to say something too, but there's a quote too. It says, hard work beats talent when talent is not working. So they still got to put that work in behind it. That's what he's kind of going into. Even the fact you got talent, but somebody can out-hustle you and surpass you because you're not going to always have your talent to get you out of situations. So you still need both. But talent helps you get that boost. I guess you could say that.
Absolutely.
That hard work is gonna make you get to a different level, and somebody else can pass your talent based off of their work ethic.
We're gonna show you a video that's bringing up that we're gonna bring up Kobe because Kobe talked about it. We're gonna bring it up. I'm gonna play that video. It's a beautiful video. That's a good point, so I'm glad you brought that out. In this book, it talks about LeBron James. He had the talent, but he actually had the work too. See, he had access to gyms at the age 7, 8. Most kids don't have access to gyms at 8. You don't get access to gyms till you in high school. He had access to the gym at 8 years old because his coach looked out for him. Like, this nigga's a phenom. Let me get you now. So he mastered his craft. So we see, the phenom 18-year-old LeBron James. Well, he was doing this since he was 8, and he had the talent to couple with it. So the talent is very important. So I didn't want to ignore that. I'm just saying you got to put in the work. Now, what my brother Law was going into, now you see a lot of times somebody that's more talented lose. I give you somebody that's phenomenal talent-wise. On paper, he's talented as hell, but he stay getting beat up. Adrian Broner.
Hell yeah.
Adrian Broner, talent-wise, they thought he was going to be the next Mayweather because he had the skill, just natural ability. Turning, he knew how to fight very well. He didn't want to put in the work. That's why he get his ass whooped all the time. That's why he got a losing record. Now, you got the, you know what I'm saying? You got my brother Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, who has the talent and the work ethic. He outworking you. He said, ain't nobody going to outwork me. I'm sparring 15 rounds with a heavy bag on me. You know what I'm saying? With an extra 15 pounds. And I want different sparring partners. Give me somebody that's fresh. Give me fresh legs. Come beat me up. So in them later rounds, when you hit me, and I'm laughing like, oh, nigga, that don't hurt. That's the best you got. Bow! Oh, man, you about to die. I'm about to get. That's what Mayweather going into. That's mastering your craft. Go ahead, say it louder so they can hear you.
One of the things I want to mention is like in professional sports, the book Outliers, like the brother brought out, is very, very popular amongst coaches and also amongst players. So we talk about the 20,000 hours, right? The thing about the 20,000 hours is most players, most coaches in sports know about this. And a lot of them, most of them attempt to do this, considering the talent. But one thing that separates the best from the average player, so to say, is the mental ability to keep up and do that 30,000 hours. Many players who are the same talent level don't reach the same point because they fall off. For instance, you mentioned LeBron James. Josh Smith, if you go back, they were the same level of talent.
Facts.
But Josh Smith fell off because once he hit a certain point, he didn't continue the work ethic that LeBron James did.
He had a peak. He peaked.
It's a mental capacity that you have to have to go forward with the 20,000 hours.
Absolutely, and that's a beautiful understanding. I thank you for that edification because Josh Smith is a perfect example. Josh Smith, for those that don't know, y'all don't know his name because he came in around the same time as LeBron. He was the man dunking on people, all that. Now, he came in the league. He had a good, formidable career. But nevertheless, nobody knows his name because LeBron James invested into his craft. You know how much money he spent on his body?
$1
million. $1 million a year. That's invest. This is what we supposed to do with our craft. So while we going buying Gucci belts and all that dumb shit, right? How many Bibles have you bought? How many apocryphas did you buy? How many vision boards have you marked up and memorized? How many precepts you went through? How many, as my brother just brought out, right? Or sister, or brother, making your own syllabus. How many syllabus have you went through? How many tests has you made on your own? There's so much more we can do, right? And we ain't even there yet. We ain't even at the surface yet. We can go super hard. When you think about Yahweh Shai and the things that he did, this is why he was able to have these spiritual abilities. This is why the prophets and the apostles had these spiritual abilities because they mastered their craft. Y'all see that? All right, now let's go to another card. Let's go to another card I like to call it slothfulness, right? So if I'm on the street corner, somebody come up to me talking about something pertaining to slothfulness, right? I'm going to bring out these precepts, right? So the first one I want to go to is Acts 19, verse 11. Acts 19. Take good notes, family online. Yeah, go ahead, when you're ready.
Acts
Acts chapter 19, verse 11.
verse 11. And God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them, and the evil spirits went out of them.
So y'all see, Yahweh Shai did it, so did Paul, so did Peter, so did all the other disciples. Y'all see that, right? Paul tapped into that next level. He left earth. He was in the flesh, but he was living in the spirit. That's the only way you can do this, man. You can heal people, man, but you gotta tap it. You gotta master your craft, right? Watch this.
Verse 13. Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists.
These bumite niggas, I like to call them. Bumites, right? My brother Y'all from Sons of Thunder. He call them bummites, man. These is the niggas that's on the keyboards all day, talking shit. Oh, Rotterdam, you ain't shit. Always on his live. Rotterdam putting in his work, but y'all on his live trying to correct him. I don't like them type of dudes, man. Neither do the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? You had those type of dudes around during the time of Christ. Christ and the disciples out there front line and put in the work. Then you got these vagabonds, right? These nothing bummite type, slothful type niggas, man, that talk crazy, right? These are the type of niggas that sit on the internet talking shit all day, right? Excuse my language, right? Talking ish all day while they wife out there working, going hard, and they staying home, not doing nothing. They not bringing nothing to the table. We had niggas like that in the scriptures in the ancient world, right? Watch this. Keep reading.
Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits, the name of the Lord Yahushua, saying, We adjure you by Yahushua, whom Paul.
So they was mocking. They seen Paul heal some people. So they was like, they mocking, like, we adjure you, wicked spirits, in the name of Yahushua. You know, playing, right? Not understanding, like, hey, bro, hey, these spirits is real. When you get into the spiritual world, it's a different type of ball game, man. That's why the Most High God tell us don't even deal with drugs, because that's sorcery. It activate these type of spirits. I'm a living testament. You know what I'm saying? I've been high as hell to the point where my soul left my body. I can see myself out of body experiences, popping pills and ish. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High God said don't even entertain those type of things. That's witchcraft and sorcery, because you activating spirits that aren't supposed to be activated on the left hand side, right? So these dudes playing around thinking it's a game, right? Watch this.
And there were 7 sons of one Sceva.
Sceva is like he's a high priest. He has the notoriety of a LeBron James or Jordan. So imagine LeBron James and Jordan kids, right? Watch this.
A Jew and chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye?
Who is you, vagabond niggas? I know Paul. I know Yahushua. They always cast me out. Who is these little vagabond nothing niggas, keyboard bummites? Who are y'all? Right? In the spiritual world, they like, who are y'all? Saying that we know Yahushua. We know all the apostles. We know Paul. Who are y'all? Watch this.
And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of the house naked and wounded.
See that? You see that? Them spirits jumped out of the man and latched onto them, you know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to mock Yahushua, and then them niggas look crazy. I'm gonna show you an example. Nikki, you got your phone? All right, I want you to go to it so you can show the sisters, but put it on mute. Put it on mute.
Brother, come on. What is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's the live show. Oh, right, I already got it. Don't trip. Just put it on mute. So I want the sisters to see it. I want the brothers to see it too. All right, I'm about to share my screen. This is what happened. This is what happened to the sons of Sceva, right? Which would be equivalent to like the sons of Yahushua. Yeah, put it on. Yeah, there you go. This would be like equivalent to like the sons of a LeBron James or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they had that level of notoriety. Watch this. I'm gonna bring it out in the spirit. Shalakia. Watch this. Hold on, let me get the right screen so I can share it for y'all. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. All right. Is it showing the whole page yet? The whole page? Okay. Watch this. Remember, they said he went out naked, burnt out, tripping, right? Watch this.
Brother, come on, man. Put some clothes on. Think about the kids. Whoa, what the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah. Brother, new humans, man. The new humans are out here.
You see that? Now look. Now look. That's what happened to the sons of Sceva. Read it again, Law. Read it again. That's what happened to the sons of Sceva.
Verse 16. And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of that house naked and wounded.
Same like that man right there. He had spirits on him. So you can activate these spirits. The spiritual world is very real, man. That's why the Most High God said don't even entertain the sorcery and stuff like that. Now, that's what happened to the sons of Sceva. Now, it happened to them because these dudes was bummites, trying to mock and play around, right? So that's the first precept I like to go to pertaining to slothfulness, right? So after that, I go to 1 Timothy 5 and 8. Now, y'all don't got to use my precept setup. This is my precept setup. This is what makes sense to me. I got to show y'all an example. Now I'm going to paint a picture with the story, with the scriptures now. Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
So if you can't call yourself a man if you ain't holding down your house. Spiritually, physically, mentally, financially, you need to be doing that. And I ain't talking about brothers that might have lost their job in the pandemic. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about these bumite niggas, man. That slid around twirling their fingers while their ribs out here sweating. You niggas is bums, man. You should be ashamed of yourself, and you're not a man. Okay? You're not a man. The Most High said it. Right? 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. Second Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
So y'all know that, right? Y'all heard that before, right? You heard that before, sis, right? You don't work, you don't eat. You don't get this. Like I like it's a little expression they say at my job, right? Hey, you don't get no money, you don't get no honey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going into aspects because we do overtimes now. It's real peak season at my job, right? So, they get to the bag. We get in the bag right now. So they say, if you don't get no money, you get no honey. The Most High God said that too, right? If you ain't bringing in no money, you get no honey. No, you don't get the box till you bring it in the bag. You know what I'm saying? All right, drop that. Drop that. Give me Sirach 40 and 28, right? So this goes into aspects of mastering your craft. When I think of slothfulness, these are precepts I'm going to. And I'm trying to implement it into my Bible so where I, if I'm out there, I can just tell a story, man. And this is so dope, the way my brother Mosh got it set up. Because sometimes you might, when you be out there street teaching, you might have a boo-boo, a blank. Oh, let me just go to my cards. I got subjects to go into. Let me go in my cards. I got my precepts. I got my stories attached to it. I got my notes. I'm trying to implement maps. I'm trying to implement history. Hey, look, man, ain't nobody listening. I'm going to prophesy to the wind. I'm going to edify the camera. Huh? Go ahead, bring that out.
Sirach chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg.
The Most High God said it's better to die than be a beggar. That's why we like this. Y'all know us. We want to do everything on our own. We don't want to ask nobody for ish. We'd rather die to do that because that's in our spirit. That's in our blood. The Most High God said, get rich or die trying on your own. So 50 came up with a cold little analogy. I like that little slogan, get rich or die trying. Hell yeah, I'm going to try my own, bro. I'm going to get rich or I'm going to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to die trying before I go, count another nigga pocket. Right? Read.
Verse 29. The life of him that depended on another man's table is not to be counted for a life.
You heard what the Most High God said? He said, you a slothful, bumite, nothing type nigga. He said, you depending on the next man bag. You know what I'm saying? You depending on the next man to feed you. You worse than a life. Now, that's not to be confused to a brother that's going through hard times. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a brother that don't want to work, that don't want to progress. A brother that loves staying at home with his mom. A brother that loves staying at home and leeching off others. Hey, man, what you got? Hey, let me get some, my nigga. Nigga, I was with you at 8 years old. Yeah, I love you. I'm going to look out, but damn, nigga, bring something to the table, too. Damn. I can't just be bringing everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't love your brother. You hate your brother if you ain't bringing nothing to the table, man. We all got gifts and talents that we got to bring to the table, too. You know what I'm saying? All right, this nigga might got the bag. Let me hold his bag. Let me make his life a lot easier. Let me make his situation a lot easier. Let me add value to this dude and not be a damn liability. Right? That's it on that?
No.
Okay, keep reading.
For he polluteth himself with other man's meat. But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof.
Absolutely. He's polluting himself with other man's money, other man's bag, other man's work. Most High God said you got to get dirty with your own hands, man. Right? Drop that. Sirach 21 and 29. So these are the precepts I go into when I'm talking about a bum nigga, a slothful nigga, a bumite, is like we like to call it. Right? Bumite, slothfulness. This is how I precept, and then I tie it into current events and times. Then I go into history. I go into different, times in the scriptures. I just showed y'all an example in the scriptures with the sons of Sceva, right? Acts 21, 29 and 21. I mean, Sirach 29 and 21. Salakia. If I said it the other way around, my bad. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 29, verse 21.
Sirach chapter 29, verse 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and an house to cover shame.
If you ain't got that, you can't call yourself a man. According to the Most High God. If you can't provide water, clothing, and shelter, you can't call yourself a man. Watch this.
Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house.
You heard what the Most High God said? It's better to live in a box than live in a goddamn mansion that's not yours. This box is mine. This box is mine. I'm gonna establish all the rules. Now, Kia came in the truth young. She know how this feel. When you living with your mama. Damn, man, I gotta keep Passover, but she about to defile my Passover. Right? She did the best she can do within her little room. She kept her room holy. But nevertheless, right? The Most High God said it's better you have your own than, you know what I'm saying, to be relying on somebody else. You living in a mansion, yeah, you looking good, but it ain't yours. Right? Does that sit on that? That's it on that, all right? Give me Sirach 22 and 1. So these are much precepts I go into slothfulness. I break it down, and then I master my craft. And then there's different ways I study it. I can use the Mosh method. I can use the Cornell notes. You know what I'm saying? I want to implement this in my Bible. That's my ultimate plan, man. I want to do that. I'm going to create a Bible, man. I'm going to make my own Bible from scratch. Read that.
Sirach chapter 22, verse 1. A slothful man is compared to a filthy stone, and everyone will hiss him out to his disgrace. A slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. Every man that takes it up will shake his hand.
So this is what the Most High God is saying. A slothful man is like a dunghill. What's a dunghill, kid? Shit. Right? So when women say y'all niggas ain't shit, well, the Most High God said it too. If you a slothful bum-eyed ass nigga, you ain't shit. Most High God said it. You ain't ish. You gotta do something. You gotta bring something to the table. You can't just be a bum and watch your wife she got all the bags and damn, my nigga, like I'm the king. I sit here, I'm the man. I have to do nothing. You listen to me, woman. I was about to say I'm gonna keep it PG. You know what I'm saying? You're a bumite, man. Stop, man. The Most High called you a bum, man. He called you ish, right? Drop that. Give me Ecclesiastes 18. And I try to go in this order. I don't remember. I know all these precepts, but I'll bring them out however, when I'm on the street. I know all these precepts. But I try to go in this order because it tells a story. Depending on how quiet the person that I'm dealing with, if let's say somebody comes to the camp and they inquire and they ask about slothfulness, I'll bring it out like this, precept on precept, giving examples. You know what I'm saying? Tying in times with the precepts, right? So it makes sense. So when that person walks away, they are edified, right? Read Ecclesiastes 10 and 18. 10 and 18, Salakia. Ecclesiastes 10 and 18.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 18. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness.
What's the building, Calvert? The house. Who's the house? Dad? No. Who's the house? Who's the body? We the house. Remember, the Most High God said, I don't dwell in temple made with hands. So what temple did he dwell in? Us. We the real spiritual house, right? Now we got a physical temple, but nevertheless, which was destroyed, but nevertheless, the temple that the Most High always wanted was us, right? I don't dwell temples made with hands. Talking about y'all, right? So the building is y'all. Every one of us is a lively brick, a stone. Every single piece is a stone to that great kingdom that we're trying to build, right? Read.
By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through.
And the house will fail, man. So if I'm idle, if Rata idle, then Lab gonna be idle, then Marsh gonna be idle, and then it's gonna rub off on the whole camp. And next thing you know, we ain't meeting no more. We went from meeting every week to now we only meet once a month. To now we only meet on the feast. To now we only meet on the high holy days and the gift. Slothful. If you was diligent and you was serious about your craft, you niggas would be talking to each other every day. Salakia, not niggas. You brothers would be talking to each other every day. Salakia, my bad. Y'all gotta forgive me. I be in the spirit because I don't like slothfulness, man. It's no excuse. If brothers read the scriptures, there's no excuse to be a bumite. There's no excuse, man. The Most High gave us a blueprint that's so clear. All you got to do is stick to it. You don't even need to call no audibles. All the plays is scripted. It's already perfect. First 15 plays scripted, we're going to score every time. Got trust in it. That goes into the aspects of having faith and believing in it. That's the problem. We don't believe in it. So we want to call audibles. Let's run another play. No, we're going to stick to this play right here because it's going to work. I got proven facts that it work already. Right? That's it on that?
Got it.
All right, give me Romans 12 and 11. Yeah, I got precepts for slothfulness, man. I brought it out, man, when I was at True Nation, kind of like this, probably in a different order, but nevertheless, according to how I remember it. But I'm trying to get to the point where, like I said, when I build my little Bible, I'm gonna have them all in there. So what I'm saying is, right, like, let's say I'm talking about slothfulness, right? I'm gonna have them manufacture all my precepts right next to it, so it's included. Now, what? Watch when I get the Terminator right. I'm working on it. It's gonna take time. Go ahead. Read that.
Romans chapter 12, verse 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Who business is this?
Most High.
Our Father business, right? We can't be slothful with his business. It's a family business. We are a family. Y'all been slothful on the family business. This is why brothers can't stay together. Camps breaking up because they slothful. If you're not slothful, y'all gonna stay together. I promise. The water, Kana. The water. Temple was us. He on it. The water, King. Keep reading.
Verse 12. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation.
Absolutely, right? Drop that. Let's get Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24. See, I go through these precepts. I learn them. I try to master them.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute.
The slothful is going to be under tribute. What does that mean, fellas? The slothful is always going to be in the red. The slothful, the person that's not diligent, is always going to be behind. He always on. He always late on his bills. He always late to the party. He always late to things. That's a slothful person. He gonna always be under tribute. You're gonna always owe somebody, and you're gonna die broke because you ain't diligent. You're not handling your business like a man. A man handle his business, man. Oh look, I'm in debt. I'm gonna figure this out. Let me figure out. I'm gonna wiggle up out of this, right? The water, sis. All praises to the Most High. Tamika. Keep reading.
Verse 25. Heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. The righteous.
Drop. Stay in Proverbs 12. Let's read verse 27.
Verse 27. The slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious.
So let me give you this depiction. A slothful man will go to the store, get the grocery that his wife gave him the list for, and then leave all the damn groceries in the trunk. And it's spoiled. You went to go get the groceries only to not for your rib to cook it and whip it up. You went to go get the bag, but you didn't finish the job. That's the slothful man. But a diligent man is gonna finish the job. You're gonna go out there and kill what you gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? We gotta kill what we eat, and we're gonna bring it home for our sisters and our ribs to whip it up. That's a diligent man, right? Keep reading. Now that's it on that, right? That's it on that. All right, the last one, Proverbs 18 and 9. So these are all my precepts on slothfulness. This is how I do it. I can do the Cornell style, or you know what I'm saying, my ultimate goal, make my Bible. I'm gonna build my Bible. But nevertheless, I go into these, I remember them. I ain't memorized every one of them yet, but I know about a good 6. So when I'm out there, I'm gonna bring out 6 for sure. And if I got my phone by me, I'm gonna bring out the rest, depending on how diligent the brother is. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably, hey, Mike, give me one of them slothful scriptures, bro. Find one. I trust my brother. He gonna find one. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I got 6 for sure. I'm coming with the first 6. Wow. I'm gonna shoot these first 6 quick. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, all right, let me go to my little card. All right. Damn, I missed this one. I gotta go back home and study it so I can memorize it. Dad is cold at it. Y'all seen Thaddeus? That boy cold, bro. Daddy is special, man. He can memorize a whole card real simple. Not only do he bring out the precept, he bringing out what it says. That's another level of mastery, right? Proverbs 18 and 9.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 9. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster.
See, the Most High God said, a slothful man is a brother to a waster, a bum. They the same. 2 birds of the feather, what? They gonna walk together, man. These niggas is all slothful bums. Normally, when you see a baller, right? The 9th baller, the 10th baller gonna pull up too, shining, right? Every now and then you might have a homie that you feed, but he can't really go out when y'all balling. You the homie, you stay home, bro. You watch the house. The ballers is out tonight. When I used to slide with the homies in the world, the ballers, we balling tonight, bro. Like the gorillas, y'all stay home, man. We on some player stuff tonight. Y'all stay home, man. Cause this ain't y'all lane. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas is gorillas, y'all stay in y'all lane. Right? Now, nevertheless, in the scriptures, right? Slothfulness, hey, y'all stay home, man. The diligent man gonna go out there. We're gonna go do this work. The slothful man, y'all stay home. Y'all ain't fit for this job, right? So let me give you, what's the opposite of slothfulness? Diligence, right? So let's get some diligence. Let's get diligence. I'm not gonna go into diligence because it's already 4. I'm gonna show y'all a video on the brother Kobe Bryant. I think it's pretty motivational. Y'all should check it out. So y'all can check it out on your phone. Hold on, let me run it back. Y'all heard what he said? Kobe said, "You want first place? Come play with me. You want second place? Go play with the next man." That should be every man mentality. Kobe said that. Every man mentality. We the best camp. Not saying we better than y'all, but we gonna operate in that fashion. We're gonna be scholars. We're gonna love our wives. We ain't like it in no area. And if we are, we're gonna make the corrections. Rebuke is correct it so we can fix it. Watch. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? He didn't take no days off since he was 18 to the time he retired. Who's doing that right now? Y'all want to take days off, man? We only work on the Sabbath. Yeah, we do the work on the Sabbath. Kobe going in the gym every day, getting his 2,000 jump shots made. I was wrong last time, Jack. He had to make 2,000, not take. That's a different type of level of dedication, bro. This is why he the Mamba. That's true. See, that's the key. That's the key. Y'all gotta enjoy this, man. Do y'all enjoy this truth? I love being with y'all on the Sabbath. That's the highlight of my day. I mean, of my week. Damn, I can't wait to get with my brothers and sisters. I hate this goddamn job. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, damn, baby, am I lying? I'll be calling her like, man, this shit is ridiculous. I'll be calling Rata. Hey, you got to talk me out. Like, chill out. It ain't nothing. It's like, we got the Sabbath to look forward to. But Rata be texting y'all in the morning. Hey, Shalom, I love y'all. I miss y'all. He really be meaning that. He be getting hot. Like, hurry up, Sabbath. And y'all better not leave. He be getting hot. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing this brother for 3 years plus. He be getting hot at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I gotta get back in plantation mode. He be getting hot. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing Salakia. All right, let's keep it going. It's off. The audio's off? Y'all can't hear it? No, they can hear it.
No, they can't hear the video.
They can't hear the video? They can't hear the video? It's not playing? Let me see.
Maybe muted.
Shalakia, y'all.
Smelling the dirt, it's go time, right? So that was my mental switch. It was like an actor getting ready for a film. You got to put yourself in that cage. When you're in that cage, you are that character. Then when you leave there, it's something completely different. But when I'm in that cage, bro, don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Just leave me alone.
How did you get mentally and emotionally so strong where it doesn't bother you?
Well, you got to look at the reality of the situation. Like for me, it's not, you kind of got to get over yourself. It's not about you, man. Like, okay, you feel embarrassed. You're not that important. Like, get over yourself.
That's where you go.
Get over yourself, right? Like you're worried about how people may perceive you and like you're walking around and it's embarrassing because you shot 5 air balls. Get over yourself, right? And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? Got it. High school, year before, we played 35 games, max, right? Week in between, spaced out, plenty of time to rest. In the NBA, it's back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I didn't have the legs. So you look at the shot, every shot was online. Every shot was online, but every shot was short. right? I got to get stronger. I got to train differently. The weight training program that I'm doing, I got to tailor it for an 82 game season so that when the playoffs come around, right? I got to get stronger. I got to train differently. The weight training program that I'm doing, I got to tailor it for an 82 game.
Damn. Shalakia, family. I'm messing up, man.
You really want me on?
I'm messing up, bro. That was my bad. I muted my mic to water Rata. I'm messing up. Let me get through this video. I'm talking to
I got to train differently. The weight training program that I'm doing, I got to tailor it for an 82 game season so that when the playoffs come around, my legs are stronger and that ball gets there. So I look at it with rationale and say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. I go, oh, next year they'll be there. That was it.
Done. Were there some names that you looked at and says, these three guys are as crazy as I am?
I do. At the time, I deal with what I refer to as Goat Mountain. I went to Goat Mountain and I talked to Magic, Michael, Bird, Keem Olajuwon, Jerry West.
So in our times, right? I'm talking to Rata, talking to Ra'im, I'm talking to Sabox, I'm talking to the Naquams, Tookie Williamson, I'm talking to the top dudes. Yo, all I'm getting the top. Hey man, how you give me some of that Gorilla Hebrew Deacon? Hey, check it out. I'm about to cover all y'all good gifts. This is what Kobe did. He said, without Michael, it wouldn't be no fire rings. He showed me how to do the fadeaway. Because he said it in the beginning, I'm not fast as Michael. I don't have the ups that Michael had, but I got the skills and I mastered my craft. That's why people say he shoot better than Jordan. Because he practiced it. And he had the help from the GOAT too. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. Low folliness.
Oscar Robinson, Bill Russell. Yeah. So I would talk to them. What did you do?
Find your favorite. Y'all probably got one of y'all favorite street teachers. Find him. He accessible nowadays. Watch this.
What were your experiences? Michael in particular, he's become my big brother. He's been my big brother since I first came in the league. And what was that process like? So I went to them and started understanding the ins and outs of the game and how they approach things and their level of detail and obsessiveness. And that's what I did. The players that had that passion but weren't willing to commit their entire lives to doing that, right? It's a choice. Right? You have other things. You have family. You have all these other things you have to do. The game can't really be your number one priority. And so I was just looking at that like, man, this is going to be fun.
If I'm buddies with you from high school, if I'm a cousin of yours, what happened to our relationship? How did that gravitate when you went into the league and you're determined to become the greatest, you're determined to become one of the greatest? What happens to our relationship?
Oh, it suffers.
It does suffer.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all see that? So your relationships, forget about it. We already did that. Forget about your friends in the world. Like, that's out. We're going to get a new family. Coming up in this thing, you might see a Ratazan, right? And get a chance to meet him. You say you experienced this young boy, right? You used to watch him. Now you with him, right? So now your next level would be, I need to be like Ratazan. Ratazan put in 10 years of work. Plus. So now you got to do that. Right? That's what Kobe was doing. I'm looking at the GOATs and I'm talking to him. The ones that'll give me a time, give me an hour, give me 2 hours. Jordan was the one that took a liking to him the most. Jordan, because Jordan actually played against him. It was like, I'm gonna teach you. You know what I'm saying? Because Jordan just loved him. He was like, damn, this nigga, it's different. He a mini me. Let me teach him everything I know. Jordan wasn't no hater. Taught him everything.
Okay. Yeah. And you understood that. You were okay.
So now what y'all do is you find your Ratazans, you find your Alls, your Gorilla Hebrews, whoever you like, and you get game. You wear out the doorsteps of these brothers. Sabak. Every time I'm around Sabak, I'm on his head. I'm asking him stuff. I'm getting little games. I ain't really winning my bag yet. I am though. One day I'm gonna be able to really go in. Like, hey, look, I need 2 hours of just me and you just going in these precepts. You know what I'm saying? I need to get some understanding. You probably got it. I want to see. Do that to my elders. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they give me some time. Matter of fact, we on call to do one pretty soon, right, Roger? With Ryan? Yeah, exactly. We gonna wear them out.
And the people that love you, like friends and family, like they know that about you.
Got it.
So they let you be you. And when you reconvene, you know, you pick back up where you left off. But make no mistake about it, everything in between is lost. Right? So those long-term relationships, the commitment of time of taking like I see a lot of players take vacations with other players that are close friends. And we'll just take vacations, just to take vacations, or just hang out, just to hang out. Like I never did that. But
Why didn't you do that?
Well, because when I retired, I didn't want to have to say, I wish I would have done more. I don't want that.
That was Paul mentality. When Paul was done, he was done. He said, I'm a bishop now. I'm an elder. I'm going to just teach. I ain't going back out. I ain't doing no more street teaching. But he dedicated his life to the point. He's like, I'm not going to even get married. Paul was so serious. He said, I'm not going to even get married. I'm married to Yahweh Shai. That's it. And then once it was over for him. He just became like a bishop. Huh? Nah, he was done. I get it in the kingdom. That's kind of how he looked at it. I'm sacrificing something for the sake of the kingdom. This is why we have down there the whole New Testament, because of him. He wrote all the letters, Paul. And then we got 2 letters that we don't have, that he wrote. He got a letter I'll give it to you after class. I got to go into the priest. I don't want to get the wrong name. It's 2 churches that he wrote to. Theratire is one church that he wrote to, and it's another church, I forget, that he wrote to. We don't have those letters.
You know, you got a lot of people playing their hard-earned money to come watch you perform. It's your job to be in shape. It's your job to be strong enough to perform at that level every single night. And as a competitor, I'm not ducking shit. Like it's not, oh my God, my back hurts, I'm sore. We got to play Vince Carter and Toronto Raptors tonight. We actually had this happen. We had a game against Toronto in 2000, and Vince was tearing the league up. My back was jacked. Like the perception of that, like what? Kobe's missing the game against Toronto, and Vince Carter, because my back was really spasming. But people will be like, what? Oh, he's ducking Vince. Excuse me? No, I don't think so. So I would be in the layup line like, okay, there's a lot of days where you can rest and recover. Today ain't one of them. Your back can bother you any other day. That ain't bothering me today. He gonna have to see me today. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
If you're looking at a big investments you got to make, what is the decision-making process there? You call, is there first you do your own research, you take this much time, you call an advisor, is there a system you follow?
It's pretty simple for me. It's do you understand the business?
What business we in, fellas? What's the nature of our business? There you go.
You can help in some form or fashion.
Hey, very simple. That's the business. Now we got to form an outline and a detailed business plan on how we keep the laws for our family and go wake up the sheep.
What are the barriers of entry to that business? And then the entrepreneurs themselves, the company itself. Right? Do they have a culture that you believe is sustainable? Are these leaders people that you believe in? Are they people that are obsessives? And in turn, have they created a culture of obsessiveness? So I tend to look at those 4 factors, and that's it. That's
big right there. I don't know if you guys caught that
I
right.
think y'all caught that. He basically said, because after basketball, he created a business, and he's like, I don't really look at the project too much. I just want to look at the objective and the culture around it. They need to be like me. I need to have like-minded people, right? And the scriptures say that, right? Can 2 walk unless they agree? No, they can't, right? So the so he in the spirit, he don't really know this. This is naturally in Jake's spirit to do these things. And basically what he said is, I want assessors about their craft like I was. I'm obsessive about basketball. He had this mentality in the truth, bro, we all be in the kingdom. Melo is like this. I seen Melo do something like this with his son. It's like, damn, bro, only if they applied this athlete-like mentality to the scriptures, man, we'd be in the kingdom. Right? So you want to make sure you surround yourself with other obsessive people.
That's pretty massive right there. Same determination. What's your current work schedule look like today?
It's different because I personally am not writing every word of the novels. I am not animating the films. What I have to do now is make sure that the people that we bring in, these obsessives that we bring in, are challenging themselves to do the best job that they think they can do. That's what I'm there for, is for them to constantly look in the mirror and self-assess and challenge themselves. If we have a project and you're saying, okay, I can do that, that's not the project we want. The projects that say, I don't know if I can animate that. I don't know how to write that story. I don't know how to do that. Those are the things we want, because through that curiosity, you'll reach a level that you didn't think was possible.
That's powerful. Y'all heard that? He said, don't give me the easy job. Give me the job that I don't think I can do. That's the job you want. And he said, them the only ones I want to hire. I don't want somebody that can break down, we Israel, we got to keep the law. I want somebody that eventually want to get to the point where you can break down the whole book of Revelation. That's the type, you know what I'm saying? With all the other prophecies, Ezra, Ezekiel, Isaiah. That's the goal you should be trying to master and strive to. You may not ever get there, but as long as you strive into it, you're not going to lose. How can you lose? All right? Let me finish this video.
And so running the studio, that's what I'm
doing. You're playing against the Golden State Warriors. Score is 107-109.
All right, that's it on that. That's all I wanted from that. So let's close it with one precept. So y'all see that, right? Mastering your craft. Mastering your craft. This is how we want to master our craft, man. We want to take that athlete-like mentality and apply it to the scriptures, right? So I'm gonna end it with this. Let's get 2 Peter rather, chapter 2. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 10. Absolutely, sis. Right? Did I mute my? I don't know. I know I was messing up. She talked about Alicia's mentality. Absolutely, that was the mentality of Elisha, because he learned from under Elijah, and he got a double portion of Elijah's spirit. This is why you see Elisha doing some incredible things. So yeah, the water, sis. Go ahead, bring that out.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government.
Is that second? That's 2 Peter.
2 Peter 2:10. Yeah.
2 verse 10. You sure? Read it again.
But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they.
Salakia. 2 Peter 1 and 10. Yeah. I always forget this precept. My bad.
2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
What does the word diligent mean? Anybody? Constant. Kobe-like mentality, the mama mentality to the scriptures. I'm constantly, when I first came in, I'm on Rata head. I'm asking them 1,000 questions. I'm on everybody, my camp leader head. I'm on everybody. Hey, Icard, check this out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm on your head, bro. Hey, I gotta know that, bro. How you break that down? Ask them. That's how I got to the point I'm at within 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And now I gotta take it to another level. Right? Read.
Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things,
look, the Lord promised, if you do this, read,
ye shall never fail.
How you gonna lose? How you gonna lose? If I'm constantly buying markers, I'm constantly highlighting, I'm constantly writing notes, I'm constantly going over them, I'm constantly doing the Cornell style notes, trying to memorize the precepts. I'm constantly doing it how Moss do it, being put the cards in there. I'm constantly trying to do my Terminator, project I want to do, right? I'm constantly doing these different things. I'm constantly reading. I'm constantly asking questions. I'm in the temples like Yahweh Shai with the doctors, the top of the line brothers in Israel right now, right? Getting game, getting sharp. How the hell do I lose? How do you lose? It's nothing that you're not going to know. You know about everything. You heard every breakdown in the world. This is why our elders is the shit, because this is how they was moving. They ain't had no damn Instagram. They ain't had no Facebook. They had to go into the library, and they was there all day. That package you gave us, our elders had to memorize that. They cold, man. Our elders on another level, man. They can quote chapters of whole chapters in Hebrew. I'm like, man, it's too much, bro. I don't even want to get. Hold on, I ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my jumpers up, man. I ain't there yet.
Hey, right. Not to cut you off that class, because I did last night.
Cold.
Oh gosh, Hebrew is scholar, bro.
Scholars at Hebrews, right?
And it's just so funny how each generation, the apocrypha talks. I think it's in Ezra. Each generation gets weaker. It wasn't just talking about stature in that scripture. It's talking about mentally too.
Let's bring it up. Let's bring out that. Let's bring it up. Second Ezra 5. Yeah, like we're not gonna reach that level of
what we were. Like Adam and them was stronger than us. King David and them was stronger, bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? Mentally stronger. And then you can even see that. Like just to prove that one scripture, if you look at like our parents' yearbooks, all the men look older. Yeah. Mustaches and like the hell going on? Then when you look at our yearbook, like
look like little ass kids.
It's like each generation gets weaker. But that's not just physically, that's even mentally too. Brothers just ain't not as strong now. That's why you got a whole bunch of these excuse my language, I call it like it is, these weak ass camp bashers. Somebody hurt their feelings in the camp because they sensitive. They leave and they want to bash the camp and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, you have to be sharp. That's the only way you get built. The scripture says iron sharpens iron.
Well, my question is so like
mentally, not to cut you off, but mentally they're not as hard. Go ahead.
Oh, that was my question. So like mentally you can't.
You can strive for it.
We can strive for
that's what
strive for it.
I thought he was saying like it was just done for it.
No, we strive for it, but typically as a whole, we're not. When you analyze the host, as my brother Rossi was going into, you look at the generations. Okay, my great grandparents, right? They was having jobs at 13. They was having jobs at 13 houses.
My grandpa knew how to drive a tractor at 11.
At 11. Are we putting our 11-year-olds in tractors right now? Probably not. Not as a whole.
That's Shaylin.
Right?
Just to give you an idea, that's Shaylin.
Are we doing those things? Are they having jobs? Are they having bills and stuff right now? Nikki, how old is your daughter? 9?
7.
7? Okay, so 3 years from now, she gonna be paying bills and stuff? No. Absolutely not. But that's what they was doing in the ancient world. All right? So the generations get better. Get weaker. They get weaker. Let's get second Ezra chapter 5. Let's read verse 54. Bring out what the brother was going into.
Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 54. Consider thou therefore also how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you.
Going to the aspects of what Rata was talking about. So we even less in stature, man. Right? But watch this. And that goes into like the GMOs and stuff that they feeding us. We're not getting the natural foods like we was in the ancient world.
Right.
Everything is polluted and filled with pesticides. Watch this.
Verse 55. And so are they that come after you less than ye, as the creatures which now begin to be old, and have passed over the strength of youth. Then said I, Lord, I beseech thee, if I have found favor in thy sight, show thy servant by whom thou visitest thy creature.
Yeah, that's it on that, right? So y'all see that. It's less than statute, so that's a good precept. I'm going to end it with Galatians 6 and 9. We're going to end it with this one. It's 4:20. I'm going to end it right here. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. So y'all ain't hearing nothing I said? Galatians chapter 6, verse 9.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
What is well doing, Thad? Give me more. For you. Yeah. Yeah, you a front liner.
Being well studied, well rounded, indoctrinated, have resources to back it up, going into the history of just the world in general.
I'm gonna be on your head. You're gonna be one of the ones I'm gonna be on your head because I see greatness in you, but you're not gonna get great if you don't get challenged. So that goes into aspects of being the best you can be. You gotta get challenged. It gotta hurt. That's why he said, "Weary not, man. Don't give out." Paul's a good example. Yahushua is a good example. Man, Paul dedicated so much to this craft, man. You gotta think about it. He was over like 50 churches. Roger, how busy are we now with these brothers? Imagine 50 churches. My life is now, I can't work. I can't do nothing but dedicate my life to the craft. That's why you see people like Sabak, they got like 100 camps. His life is this. He can't do nothing else. He can't go get a 9 to 5 when he got 50 camps. Right? Now, the goal, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna holler at my, you know what I'm saying, my elder one day. The goal is to build up your camp so much that where your second is like you. So when you leave, it's like the same.
Right.
It's like you don't even like. It's like you're not even there. It's like you never left. It's like you never left, right? Point in case. I'm not here. Roger gonna keep the show going. He not here. I'm gonna keep the show going. It ain't gonna be no drop off. That's the goal. You see me, you see him. Different styles, but hey, we still gonna bring it out the same way. All right. So hopefully y'all got edified. Shalom to my family online. So Water, we appreciate y'all. I have more precepts, but I'm gonna end it right here. You know what I'm saying? Because we started late. Shalom.
Hey brothers,